We're out here.
Out here.
So we're out here at Trey's place, and Spencer's here, right here.
Saw it.
And we're going to do another get to know segment with Mr. Spencer Bell.
Why not, right?
Yeah, right? Y'all want to get to know him, right? Okay, so basically how this works is I ask you 10 questions.
10 questions.
They're not very deep. You don't really have to think hard about
questions.
them. But they're questions that
How's
maybe...
this? Too prosy?
Like he really wants to pose for
What
this.
about one of these? Oh, what about that? It's kind of casual. It's like I'm cool. I'm here to party, but at the same time, you know, I got the buttons done up, so it's kind of professional.
Okay, so the first question is, what is your favorite smell?
My favorite smell. Jeez, that's tough. I really like freshly baked cookies smell, like baking, just fucking baking in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Old Spice Arctic Force. Been wearing that since I was in grade 9. Doesn't get much better than that, I'll tell ya. Oh, jeez. Arctic Force. You know, I'll try different things. I switched to Fresh for a while. What other ones are there? You know, there's a bunch, all sorts of like Fox Crest or some shit. Like always Old Spice, because you gotta stay faithful after that advertisement campaign. But yeah, always go back to the Arctic Force. I get a lot of compliments on it. So you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
True. Second question for Spencer is, what is your favorite sound?
Favorite sound. Like,
That's the sound? That's your favorite sound?
Yeah. No, I was like, what sounds do you like? But then I realized I really like nature sounds, but that's probably too general. You know,
I was actually thinking that, like, some people like the sound of rain.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah. Actually,
the sound of like a forest.
You know what sound I really love? I love the sound of a shower running, and I think it goes back to when I was a tiny little boy. There's a little tiny Spen. My dad, he still gets up early, but he'd get up early to have like a shower before work, and I at like 6, and I didn't have to wake up for school till like 8. But I would wake up at 6. I don't know how I knew he was up, but I'd wake up and I'd come down and I'd lie on the bath mat outside of the shower and listen to like the shower running. Now when I say it out loud, it sounds sort of weird, but it wasn't weird, and it was like I found it really therapeutic. And
I mean, yeah.
We were out here then, and I'm out here now. You know,
you're out here now.
Water in general, beautiful noises, makes some good noises, but showers, you know, rainfall, rivers, babbling brooks.
Third question: what is your favorite food?
My favorite food, shoot. I'm honestly a sucker for a good burger. You know, any sort of burger, veggie burger, meat burger, bison burger. I don't know.
So you're a burger guy.
I'm a burger person, but I really like friggin' chips. I could eat a lot of chips. I like chocolate.
Tracy's like, what?
I like grilled cheese. You know, I like getting good pasta. I love bami, Vietnamese sandwiches. Like, your boy's out here just eating food.
So,
you know what I mean? That was one of those things. What's your favorite food? It's kind of a hard question to answer.
It is.
Because
it is.
It's like one day you're feeling one thing.
Yeah.
Pizza. But
yeah.
Anyways, sorry. I digress.
Okay. The fourth question is, what is your favorite season?
Ooh, favorite season. It's funny. In the past, I might have foolishly said the fall, but now that we're in the fall, do not fuck with the fall. Because the problem with the fall, like fall and spring, two fairly similar seasons, but the core difference being the fall, things are only getting worse, whereas the spring, it's a sign. It might be a little rainier in the spring, but it's just a sign of beautiful things to come. I would say the summer is my favorite, But the spring, the anticipation in the spring is beautiful, and you don't get that in the summer. Summer, everyone's always like, oh god, the summer's moving so fast or whatever. Whereas like the spring, it's like, oh baby, summer's around the bend. So I fucks with the summer. Spring.
He fucks with the spring.
Sorry. I delete my coarse language.
So the fifth question is, what is your favorite genre of music?
Genre of music. My favorite genre of music? That's a difficult question for me to answer. Because depending on my mood, and depending on... No, honestly though, like, it's kind of like the food thing. It's like I'm a sucker for singer-songwriter, sort of more, I don't know, like emotional, sort of like, you know, Sam Smith, John Mayer, just the great songwriters of our generation. In terms of like when you want to feel like sad or whatever. But in general, like I listen to a lot of trap music, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe you believe it, maybe you don't. But yeah, Little Baby, Young Thug. But that's when like you're on one and you just want to like keep it going. You want to feel good. So in general, my favorite genre is probably like the genre I listen to the most, probably hip hop in general.
Cool. Next question.
Next question, hit me with it, baby boy.
Are you a night or day person?
Ooh, am I a night or day person? I'm gonna say I'm a day person.
Why is that? Or what do you like about the day?
The friggin' sun. Yeah, I do not deal well. I don't know, when it's dark, it's just hard to like remember all the awesome stuff about life. I don't know, when the sun's shining, it's just so fucking just forced upon you. It's like, oh my god, the sun's shining. That's obviously objectively tight. And like yeah, no, the sun's great. Warms you up. The vitamin D just soaks into the skin, makes you happy. And then the night comes and it's fucking dark and shit, and you can't do anything because it's dark. So if you go outside and you try to move around, you might fall and hurt yourself. So yeah,
this is very true.
More of a day person. Yeah.
Okay. The next question is, what are you passionate about?
What am I passionate about? That's something I struggle with a lot because I think it's one thing sometimes, and then next thing you know, I think it's something else. So it's tough, but I would say in general, I've always been passionate about just like physical activity of all sorts. Lately, that's meant rock climbing, which is the hobby I do with people, and then dancing, which is the hobby I do not with people in my room, from away from the public eyes. But yeah, I'm passionate about that, and I like to make videos. It's just a passion that sometimes feels really strong, sometimes dissipates, as Ryan can speak to, seeing as I haven't posted a video on my YouTube channel in a few months. But your boy's still out here. No, I'm not out here in that respect, but I will get back out there or here at some point. You know, it's just a matter of time. Wait for the tides to turn. But yeah, passionate about life. It's great.
That's a good answer.
It's a beautiful
actually.
thing.
Okay, the next question is...
Sorry, very long-winded answers.
You're giving great answers,
Your boy
actually.
likes to ramble.
Yeah. Okay. The next question is, this is the 8th question. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Shoot, I'm trying to switch up my pose each time. Best piece of advice I've ever been given. I don't know, I'm my girlfriend can speak to this. I'm a big fan of like cheesy sayings, just like stupid things that I just say that don't really mean tons, but they kind of do. So I like the ones that are sort of focused on life and sort of just make you go like, oh shit, right, like this is life. We gotta just be doing our thing because, you know, there is no tomorrow. It's only ever today. That's another stupid thing. But the example I was going to give was get busy living or get busy dying, which is a Shawshank Redemption quote for all my Shawshankers out there. Get busy living or get busy dying, because it's like you're doing one or the other, right? Like, might as well just fucking die if you're not getting busy living. Or life is a daring adventure or nothing at all. take that shit in, right?
Inspirational.
Because it's like you're either doing cool shit or you're just waiting to die. And what's the point of that? We get one life. Friggin' get out there and friggin' take it by storm, dudes. Yeah.
Agreed. Okay.
Agreed. Oh.
Wait, did you do that again? Do that again.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, that's a little bit better.
So the 9th question is, what would be your dream job?
My dream job. I like the dramatic zoom. As I stroke my Movember mustache. My dream job. My dream job, I think, would be doing something that incorporates traveling. It'd be awesome to make travel films of some sort on like a more full-time basis. I'm not sure what exactly that would mean. I'm heading to Belize in a couple of weeks, and so I had this idea. I'm like, I'm gonna reach out to a bunch of resorts and be like, yo, can I stay at your resort and I'll make you a video in exchange? Hit up about 30 results. I mean, hit up about 30 resorts. Results haven't been tremendously encouraging. Heard back from a couple that are interested. So yeah, I thought I'd use this trip as a test to see if I could, like, in the future just travel and just get everything paid for by like making videos for people. So something that incorporates like travel with exercise and film, the 3 things I enjoy to do, would be super sick, dude. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're out here riding.
He says it. He has said it more than I have. We out here.
Yeah, ride or die.
Last question.
Last question.
Knowing what you know now, what advice would you give to your 18-year-old self?
Jeez, I don't know that I necessarily know more than my 18-year-old self did. Yeah, honestly, probably just not to stress so much about the future, which sounds sort of obvious, but I just feel like I've spent like a lot of my life being so fucking worried and stressed about like what I'm doing with my life, and the next thing you know, like a large chunk of your life has gone by, and it's like, wait, I just spent like lots of my time, not all my time, but like worrying about what I'm going to be doing when really like all you have is what you're doing then. So anyways, I feel like I'm getting better at that. Still a struggle, but what's been most interesting for me is like the periods where I've actually been most productive are periods where I'm not worrying about it much, and because I'm not worrying about it, I'm actually just acting on whatever I'm like passionate about or whatever I want to be doing, instead of like stressing about if I'm doing the right thing or whatever. So worry less, do more.
Worry less, do more.
Those
are the 10. Those are the 10 questions. That's all. That's everything.
All. Now you know everything about me, Ryan.
I mean, we know a lot about you now after you answered all those questions. You had a lot to say, clearly.
Yeah, shit. Those are long answers, huh?
How does Trey feel about this?
I like it. I think you're great.
She likes it.
I
Thanks.
think you're great, Ex-Benedict.
Okay, well that wraps up this get to know with Spencer.
Your boy. Signing out.
I mean, you have social media, so you better promote.
I do, yeah. Friggin' hit me up on social if you want to collab. Product sponsors are welcome too. You know, mustache oils right now would be nice, but Ryan's not going to post this for like 2 months, so that's pretty useless to me. But
this is true.
Just know when you view this in 2019, like June, that this was from November. It wasn't a style statement, although I do look really good. Trey?
Does Trey agree?
Ryan, does Ryan agree? Nobody? Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure. Take care.
Oh, he's leaving. He's actually leaving. He's actually
Your
leaving.
boy is out of here. No,
You
I'm not.
push the door.
I need new friends.
Oh. That's Spencer.
Jeez.
Thank you guys so much for watching this week. We'll see you all
Oh, that's it.
next week. Bye. Bye.